Have a lot of women subscribe to Satanism unknowingly. What's good? What's going on, Mask and Post? Welcome to the channel. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. Show your love. Get the word out. Let's get it. Let's talk about it. We live in a culture that say almost now than before that you can do whatever makes you happy. Okay? Now, I'm coming from a biblical worldview. A lot of people's nation structure was built on the biblical worldview. Do unto you like do to your neighbor what you have them do unto you, type of mindset. Um, be the good that you want to see in the world. That's the same principle. The notion that you reap what you sow. Some people call it karma, in essence. And the foundation of most black culture has been this ideology of one God, salvation, whatever it is. Okay, so there's this belief system that there's a higher power, the Most High, and there's this belief system that there's a devil, a Satan, that's real. Now I know some people, pockets of them don't believe that, but the Black church has been one of the strong foundational things. We believed in the teaching of God, and we believe in the teaching of Satan. So now, if that's present, that's there as a reality from my biblical worldview. Okay, so if there is a devil, he has a structure, a method, a system, an ideology. If there's a God, the Most High, he has his ways, his rules, and requirements. So when we look at the biblical worldview of the Garden of Eden, you see Adam doing his work, and the woman gets called out, "Y'all, come here." Not in those words, of course. And then she engages in this conversation. And if you look at the detail of that, it's like she gets to be promised something bigger than what she was. Remember, the woman was in perfection, in a perfect state, and she got told, "You're gonna be like God. You're gonna be like God." So like, okay, I can be like God. So she liked that idea, and you're gonna know all these things. And she was excited about this new discovery. And long story short, we know what happened according to that biblical view. Now, we know that a lot of people say Satanism is by sacrifice and this, and I believe it is because I got friends who went to dark arts, and that power works because there's a giver of that power. So I got friends who in dark arts, and I believe it's real. I'm not one of those people who pretend like, oh, if I can't see it, I can't touch it. It's not real. That's a lot of nonsense. So in light of the fact that Satanism, yes, you could be like all those sacrifices that people do, but let's look at it from the practicality of what Aleister Crowley taught. He was one of those high-level Satanists. He practiced sex magic, and he said, "Do what thou wilt shall be thy whole law. Do what thou wilt." And I believe Jay-Z had a hoodie on, a hoodie that he was promoting that would say, "Do what thou wilt." So in essence, Satanism is saying self-adoration, self-absorption, me at the center of everything. I am God, worship me. Now, I know there's men out there who like, the CEO of a large company, they're making tons of money and they feel like they're bigger than God. Okay. I believe there was a band, the Beatles, at one point, they believe they were bigger than Jesus. Okay. Now, where are they now? But the point is that the religious element is always the reference point. I wonder why. The point is that a lot of females have sold into this ideology what Lucifer wanted. If you look at the whole Lucifer thing, it was about, I am God. If you look at most of the secret societies, they say you are God. When Oprah was promoting the secret, there's this ideology that everything that I need is in me. I am the deity. I am the God. Now, who embodies that way more than anybody else? Males or females? Men generally go about their work needing to put value into society. Men generally go about their work needing to perform tasks to be, and even then, they're still not rated as high in favor of women. You know, they're not rated as how they ought to be rated, even though they're giving more value to daily society. I'm not saying women are valued less. Women are valuable. We understand that it takes both sexes for us to be on this planet. I'm not trying to degrade the value that women bring to the table. But the point I'm making is that one sex is devoted to, if you're going to be in a relationship with me, worship me. I don't got to give you anything. You just got to worship me, and I just come as I am. If I'm big, I'm big. I'm a diva. I'm a deity. I'm a goddess. Now, Satanism is essentially just that: self worship, self aggrandizement, self, pedestalization. And of course, some men do that to women as well. That's the point. When you adopt this idea that you're a god, you need not be checked. You need not be controlled. You write your own rules. And if society around you allows you to be that, it tells you that who's running the system? It has to be a satanic system. Because if you look at this whole idea, I am God, you know, look at Nas. For those who know old heads that know old rap, I am the Messiah type, you know. Kanye West with the Yeezys, this whole idea that I'm the Messiah, I'm the Redeemer. So now, when a woman steps into your life and she expects adoration, she's taking the place of God. And therefore, who wanted to take the place of God? So a lot of women do not understand that they move with the energy of what Satanists move with. I am all you need. I'm perfection. I'm a goddess. I deserve. I'm at the center of everything. I'm infallible. I cannot do wrong. I cannot be told. I take no accountability. I'll do whatever. And that's why the laws that are in favor of that behavior, they are satanic laws. They're not in favor of the truth. Because punishment should be punishment. Punishment should be punishment regardless of who does the crime. Male or female, it should be the same. Especially in the spirit of equality. It should be the same, but it ain't. When you're divorcing, the man is worse off. He is worse off. That's why men do not want to get married. It's this idea that you get to give her everything that you ask for. Judges would be like, "Yep, she's a woman. She gets it," even though she's not proved. Women on drugs begin custody of children. Now, why does the woman turn around and says, "No, give those children to the father because I'm not fit to be a good parent"? They go take him for all he's worth. That's essentially satanic. Now you may say, well, that's a bit extreme. How would you tie a woman saying she's gonna keep the children and one on the child support and not being a responsible parent to Satanism? Well, it is because it's this ideology where you do not look at the environment for the good. You're not looking out for the good of the children. The idea that Satan doesn't care about you. He'll give you all the wealth that you need as long as you destroy yourself. That's what we see in Hollywood. People are like, they have made it big, but then we just see them lose their minds because money is nothing to him. So the rule that is taking place, those women, I'm not saying women cannot make good decisions, but those women will subscribe to this ideology of goddess, center of the universe, divine femininity. I am a god, I deserve to be worshipped. They are projecting this ideology that the male figure, because remember Adam was made in the image of God, is not as important as a female figure, is less than. The male is to serve the female, taking away this order that the Most High put in place. Now, who always attacks the order that the Most High has put in place? Satan, right? He does not like the order, so he inverted. And women will go any day to battle for that order to be changed. Patriarchy. They'll battle for that, even though it's to their own detriment. If the war broke out, no one wanted to go into war, into infantry. Nobody wants to. But every day they'll say, I want what he has, but I don't want to work for it like the way he does. And I also want him to serve me. And then they also say, man, that ain't shit. You see what I'm saying? I deserve. So that mindset comes from the Aleister Crowley mentality of do what thou wilt shall be the whole law. Do as you please. If your marriage that you said before God, the Most High Yah, doesn't serve you, you leave. Because I'm not happy. I want to go where I'm happy. If men said that, they started a job, contract gets difficult to complete, I'm not happy, they just left it, broke the contract. You move into a place, you lease out a place, a rental place, and you a few months into the house, you're not happy, you left. Imagine if men operated on that premise, which women operate every time. It will not function. But women are allowed to think that way because somebody's leading that charge. And I can tell you, it's not the Most High. There's two powers in this world. There's dual, not the yin yang thing, but there's two powers. One coerces you to be good and proper. One gets you to do whatever is contrary. Body augmentation, self-absorption, busy changing whatever was given to you naturally. You cannot wear your own hair because you hate that, because you got to have something else. You want to be taken out of expensive places. You want to make all the mistakes and be just accepted as though you're perfect. At the base level is this notion, this ideology of do what thou wilt. And it's contrary to the scriptures. So any woman who's in the church, who's in the faith, is in that walk, saying, doing them things, divorcing their husbands left and right and center for happiness reasons. It's not abuse. It's not sexual immorality. Y'all practicing Satanism. Y'all doing it unknowingly. Because if do what thou wilt shall be thy oh Lord, you're doing whatever makes you happy. Even if it makes children, out of order because there is no father figure. If it makes a man go into homelessness, women will gladly do that. Even if they have to lie on him to get child support, that's dark, and we need to accept that's what it is. It's not holy. It's not godly. It's not a mistake. I've said enough. Peace, love, and blessings.